I said to my husband that the language is inappropriate, not acceptable, and I was surprised.
The View is facing what might be the most serious crisis in its history. What began as yet another controversy-filled episode has escalated into a full-blown legal nightmare that could redefine the future of talk shows and the limits of free speech on television. Sunny Hostin, known for her sharp tongue and unfiltered opinions, is now at the center of a massive $100 million defamation lawsuit filed by Melania Trump. For years, The View has been a vocal critic of the Trump administration, but this time, it seems they went too far, and now they're facing the consequences of their words in a way they never imagined. Melania Trump's lawsuit isn't just any ordinary legal action. It's a battle that has shaken the foundations of daytime television and put the hosts of The View in an unprecedented position.
These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what The View's audience love.
The drama all started with Melania Trump's recent interview, where she broke her characteristic silence to speak out about the media's treatment of her over the years. She openly criticized the unsubstantiated rumors and the narratives that have been spun around her since her husband, Donald Trump, first took office. Her comments were pointed, highlighting how certain media outlets have portrayed her in a consistently negative light, often crossing the line from opinion into outright slander. This wasn't just another celebrity complaint about the media. Melania's words carried a different weight because she was prepared to take legal action. She was no longer content to sit back and allow the media to dictate the narrative about her life. The View, of course, is no stranger to controversy, and the co-hosts quickly responded with their usual bravado.
You know, I have this huge platform on The View, and I just started thinking about giving voice to the voiceless.
On a particularly fiery episode, they dissected Melania's interview, offering their own analysis of her motivations and feelings about her time in the White House. Sunny Hostin, a former prosecutor, took the lead, casting doubt on Melania's sincerity and even suggesting that she had played a complicit role during the Trump administration. Hostin's comments were pointed and personal, and it wasn't long before she turned the conversation to Melania's marriage, insinuating that the former First Lady was unhappy and trapped in a loveless relationship with Donald Trump. The segment was full of speculation, and the tone was harsh. The View is known for its outspoken panelists, but this time, the reaction was immediate and intense. Melania Trump's legal team responded by filing a defamation lawsuit against The View and its hosts, with Sunny Hostin prominently named in the legal documents. The lawsuit alleges that the statements made on the show were not only false but intentionally defamatory, designed to damage Melania's reputation and portray her in a negative light.
Administration as opposed to a Biden administration.
And what if anything, she wishes she could have done differently in the past 4 years?
It's
or
something like that.
Yeah.
According to the lawsuit, the remarks went far beyond political commentary. They were character assassinations. Melania's lawyers argued that The View used its platform to spread misinformation, and that these comments were presented as facts rather than opinions. The stakes couldn't be higher, and for The View, this legal battle has quickly turned into a fight for survival. Sunny Hostin, who has been at the forefront of this controversy, is now facing significant scrutiny. Reports from behind the scenes suggest that she has been advised to tone down her commentary and tread carefully as the lawsuit unfolds. But Hostin, known for her fiery personality and unapologetic approach, isn't backing down easily. She has publicly defended her right to speak her mind, emphasizing that The View is an opinion-based show where debate and discussion are part of the format.
And I hope that the government and FEMA is there to help them.
What is it like when you're moving back in the White House? What's different this time?
However, critics have pointed out that there's a fine line between opinion and defamation, and it appears that Melania Trump is determined to hold the show accountable for crossing that line. The View's co-hosts tried to address the issue on air, with Sunny Hostin and Joy Behar leading the discussion. Hostin made a direct plea to Melania Trump, asking her to reconsider the lawsuit and suggesting that the remarks were taken out of context. She claimed that The View's comments were never meant to be personal attacks, but rather part of a broader discussion about politics and public figures. Behar chimed in, echoing the sentiment that the show thrives on open debate and that everyone, including public figures like Melania, is fair game for criticism. However, their comments were met with skepticism. as many viewed this as a desperate attempt to mitigate the damage. Melania Trump, for her part, seems unfazed by the View's on-air plea. According to insiders close to her, she sees this lawsuit as a necessary step to protect her reputation and set a precedent for how the media treats public figures. Her decision to file such a high-stakes lawsuit isn't just about money, it's about accountability. Melania is reportedly firm in her belief that the media has been given too much leeway to spread harmful and unfounded narratives, and she's determined to make The View an example of what happens when that freedom is abused. Her legal team has made it clear that they are prepared to see this case through to the end, regardless of how long it takes or how much it costs. Behind the scenes at ABC, there is growing panic. The network has been blindsided by the severity of the lawsuit, and executives are scrambling to contain the fallout. The View has been a staple of ABC's daytime lineup for decades, and it has survived many controversies in the past. However, this time feels different. The financial implications of a $100 million lawsuit are massive, and there's a real concern that a loss in court could have catastrophic consequences for the network. Advertisers are reportedly uneasy, and there's growing pressure on ABC to take decisive action to protect its interests. The tension is palpable on set as well. Sources close to the show have described the atmosphere as tense and uncertain, with the co-hosts on edge and the production team unsure of how to navigate the crisis. There are even rumors that ABC is considering significant changes to the show, including possible firings, in an attempt to distance itself from the controversy. Sunny Hostin, who has been one of the show's most outspoken and polarizing figures, is said to be particularly vulnerable. Some insiders believe that she could be let go in order to appease the network and demonstrate a commitment to accountability. This lawsuit isn't just affecting The View, it's sending shockwaves through the entire media landscape. Legal analysts are watching closely, as the outcome of this case could have far-reaching implications for talk shows and news programs across the country. If Melania Trump wins, it could set a precedent that forces networks to be more careful about the statements they make, especially when it comes to public figures. Talk shows like The View may need to rethink their approach to commentary, focusing more on facts and less on speculation. This case could redefine the boundaries of free speech and media responsibility, ushering in a new era of accountability. Sunny Hostin has tried to frame this lawsuit as an attack on free speech, arguing that The View has a right to express its opinions. However, the lawsuit isn't about silencing dissent. It's about holding media figures accountable for the impact of their words. Melania's legal team has emphasized that public figures are not immune from criticism, but they also deserve protection from false and damaging statements. This case is about finding a balance between open debate and responsible journalism, and the outcome could change the way talk shows operate moving forward. As this legal battle intensifies, the public is divided. Some view Melania Trump as a champion for standing up against what they see as liberal media bias, while others believe the lawsuit is an overreach and an attempt to silence criticism. It's clear that this case has struck a nerve, highlighting the deep divisions in how the media is perceived and the standards to which it is held. The View, once a powerful platform for political commentary and social discussion, is now fighting for its survival. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the outcome of this lawsuit could determine the show's future. For Melania Trump, this legal battle is about more than just clearing her name. It's about challenging a media landscape that she believes has been too quick to judge and too slow to take responsibility. For Sunny Hostin and the other hosts of The View, it's a stark reminder that words have consequences, and those consequences can be severe. ABC is caught in the middle, facing a difficult decision. Do they stand by their hosts and fight the lawsuit, or do they take drastic action to protect the network's interests? With so much at stake, it's clear that the days ahead will be critical for The View, Sunny Hostin, and the entire ABC network. The drama is far from over, and the legal battle is just beginning. What happens next could reshape the media landscape in ways that few could have predicted. This is not just another celebrity lawsuit. It's a showdown that could redefine the boundaries of free speech, accountability, and media responsibility in America. The View is in chaos, and there's no telling how it will end.